What's up? We got Arrow Season 2, Episode 12, Tremors. So this episode starts off at Iron Heights, where we see this random prisoner get put into a cell with Black Wolverine, aka Bronze Tiger. And he says about how there's a deal going on and how his client wants his help. And he's like, what deal? And then the guy opens up his skin and kills. And the dude dies. And then they think it's Bronze Tiger's deal. And then Bronze Tiger, he's like, what'd you do? And he's like, he did nothing. And then kills the guard. So now Black Wolverine, aka Bronze Tiger, is now back out of jail. So we see the Arrow, and he's training Roy on what Shadow caught him, but Roy keeps getting angry at it, saying he just finds a way to get mad, and then as he's punching something, he says he keeps finds angry, and yeah, so that's when Felicity and Diggle reveal that Bronze Tiger got out of jail. Yeah, so then Bronze Tiger meets with the client, and he reveals that he wants to use Malcolm Merlin's earthquake machine again, because this is a filler episode somehow, and again, so Laurel and Quentin, so without a job, Laurel's, interviewing for Joannas' new law firm. Remember her from season 1? Yeah, I guess after CNRI's destruction, she got a new law firm. So Quentin tries to get Laurel into rehab, but Laurel's like, nah, she's not one of those people. And he's like, hey, you need some help. And she's like, nah, she doesn't. And she walks away, telling him that she wants to eat alone. So then we meet Joanna's new firm, and it's revealed that they don't want to hire Laurel due to Laurel's substance abuse problem. So yeah, I knew this whole Joanna thing wasn't going to go, and I checked, and she doesn't even appear again. So what was the point of having her in this episode? Just to have her say, hey, Laurel, my bosses don't look through your history and found that you're having drug problems? Is that why they need her in this episode? Because I feel that this episode Joanne's last appearance feels kind of wasted. Yeah, I like Joanna as a character. She was a pretty cool character. She was Laurel's friend. She worked at CNRI with her. And this episode only exists, this scene only exists to show her new law firm. For Laurel's story, it means nothing to the character. So, I'm sorry, Joanna. Your last appearance is kind of forgettable. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. Joanna's last appearance in the show itself is forgettable. If they had her accept Laurel, that would mean something to me. But since they don't, this episode just feels It's not the episode, but the scene with Joanna for her last appearance of the entire series feels forgettable. So bye Joanna. See you never again. It's sad knowing that your last appearance in this show was bad. But anyway, so Oliver's like, hey, Roy, Arrow's like, hey, Roy, and Oliver just has his random location that we never know, but he's like, hey, Roy, wanna help me, sneak into Malcolm Merlin's old house, because I still think he's dead, but he's not. He's just on the run from the League of Assassins now. But I don't know if he's alive. But yeah, there's also another plot point in this episode. Walter and Moira going out to dinner. And that dinner is revealed that one of Walter's friends wants Moira to run for mayor against Sebastian Blood. He's not in this episode, good. But he is brought up. He is a plot point. So, yeah, so Moira has kind of become my favorite character in season 2. In season 1, she really, really bugged me, and I said that she was my least favorite character in the every episode she appeared in season 1. But season 2 has really made me change my mind about her as a character. She's now out of jail. Her first appearance out of jail showed that she was a badass. And yeah, I'm just gonna say it. For season 2, I really like the character progression that they went down from Moira Queen's character because I really have gained more respect for her than season 1. Because if Moira's still her season 1 self, I would not be recommending her as my favorite character. But since they really did her, changed her, like made her a different character, I really like her. But anyway, I really like Moira Queen. But yeah, so back with the Arrow and Roy bust in and defeat the guy. Roy kills one of the guys that's trying to. So he and Oliver get into a fight. About. He's like, hey, if you didn't know how to control your anger, don't do it for me. Don't do it for yourself, but do it for Thea. And he's like, how do you know about Thea? And starts and he's like, you don't know anything about her, and starts fighting him. And he's like, yo, Arrow, you're right. I need to control my anger, but if you get in my way, you can put an enemy in him, but he heals fast. But if you get in his way, you're going to regret it. So yeah, Roy and Arrow are on the outs right now. So yeah, so Diggle and Felicity, Diggle's like, Oliver realizes that in the past, when he dealt with Slade, when he first dealt with the mirikuru with Slade, he didn't have the courage to tell Slade about Shadow's death, and he found out another way, and that wrecked his and Slade's friendship. And that's why Slade wants to hurt Oliver so much, because he found out about Shadow's death, and he now wants to hurt Oliver because of it. So the Arrow and Roy bust, and Oliver defeats Tiger, but then Roy shows up, and Oliver reveals his secret to Roy. Yeah, Oliver reveals he's the Arrow to Roy. Now Roy knows his secret. And I can say that's one of the best moments. And he's like, hey, you're the only one that can stop the circuit machine. So he busts into it, and too bad they didn't have a mirikuru Roy in season 1, because if they did, Tommy would still be alive. Someone could, even Oliver could just bust in and stop the earthquake machine. Yeah. But anyway, R.I.P. Tommy. So he's like, hey, you saved him. Not from saving him, but you saved him. You gave him a purpose. So Roy's officially on Team Arrow as we see him walk into the Arrow Cave, and he's like, hey, is this what you call it Team Arrow or something? And he's like, Oliver's like, we don't call ourselves that. But Felicity's like, she do occasionally, and Oliver's like, stop. But prior to that, Laurel showed. So prior to all this, Oliver got a call from Thea about Laurel showing up a little drunk, and Oliver called someone saying he needs her. Laurel needs you, and who is that? It's Sarah, everybody. Oliver calls Sarah because Oliver calls Sarah, as we learn in the next episode that he called her. But for this episode, Laurel passes out and she thinks she's hallucinating Sarah because obviously she thinks Sarah's still dead. But no, Sarah's there, and that's how the episode ends. What a great episode this was. Roy now knows Oliver's secret. Sarah's back. Yeah, I guess she's still on the run from the League of Assassins. And yeah, this episode was okay. As I said, I still like Moira as a character. It was great seeing Walter again because we haven't seen him since the premiere of this season. But yeah, and I know I'm talking about the flashback episodes because right now there's no Slade in it, and if Slade's the main villain of this season. So yeah, and Ivo's the main villain. Ivo's not even half in the episode. It's just Sarah and Oliver walking around. So, but anyway, that was it for this video. So then we see Amanda Waller, her from Argus, and she approaches Ben Turner. She approaches Black Wolverine or Bronze Tiger in jail, and is like, hey, she needs his help. And he's like, if you're so secretive, why are you calling? Because I'm forming together a team. And he's like, let's more call it a squad. Yeah. I'm getting what you're putting down, so. I'm getting what you're putting down. A squad? Let me guess. It's the Barking Squad. Let me guess. It's the Assassin Squad. Because, this show loves their assassins. The League of Assassins. Yeah, I know it's really called, guys. I just decided to play around with you. But anyway, that's it for this episode. I'll see you next time for some more Arrow. Boom!